Hey there, let's create this awesome drawer interaction. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Hey there, my name is Nate, and if you want some help on your storyline project, do not hesitate to reach out. Alright, let's jump straight in. It's not so complicated, just a few triggers up and down, left and right, and we're done. Okay, I have the boxes ready here, and I have the drawers with the selected states. That is the important part. But first we want to add some motion paths for up and down, like that's the basic thing we need. So I'm gonna go to animations, add motion path lines. I already have it on the other two. We're just gonna do this one for example purposes. You know, this is a tutorial. So I'm gonna say 89 pixels because that's what I use for the others. And it's going down and nothing else needs to be changed. Now this one is going down. I also want to go up. So first I'm gonna rename this to down and set it to 1 second. That's what I'm using. And now you just select it here and copy paste and you get down 3, and then I'll rename this to up. I highly recommend you rename motion paths, because especially in cases like this where they overlap, you have no idea what's selected. I would love, like storyline people, I would love like a button here to select a motion path. Because doing it like this and moving it around and clicking, it's a bag of hurt. So this one now that says up, all I need to do is reverse path direction. And it's gonna go from down here to up there. And since it's the same position, it's the end position of the down, I don't need any relative start points or things like that. Because we're going down, we're going up, it's all like the same pixels and starting positions and so on. So that's all good, we just reverse it. Right, now and of course delete this sucker because they always create it. So now we want some sort of, when it's clicked, it's gonna go down. When it's clicked again or something else, it's gonna go up. So you might be tempted to use the when object clicked blah blah blah. But this is my approach, which I think is like bulletproof, because there's no discussion of what's going on exactly. So I'm going to be using states. That's why I have the selected states here. I'm going to create a trigger, move horse down when state of 01 is selected. So it goes down when it's selected, which basically means when it's clicked. Now to go up, you might think that I'm gonna say is normal, but I don't want to do that, because the normal state is the starting state. We're working on the slide and something funny might happen when slide loads and stuff like that. So you have to think in reverse sort of. Now we're in the selected state and then we're not gonna be in the selected state anymore when it's the normal state. So what do you do is you say is not selected, and that's when we go up. And now I can just select these triggers and copy paste them over the other object, and you just have to make some adjustments here. So it's move the second one down, move the second one up. Then I will copy paste these two, and we have 03 down and 03 up, like that. Okay, now let's quickly preview, see that everything is copacetic, and then we can add some more final details. Okay, so I can click the first one, click again, it closes, open, close, open, close. But I want only one drawer to be open at a time. If I click this and then click here, this one should close. So we can easily do this by using button sets. Yay! So we're gonna use the button set and say button set 1. So that's another reason why it's great to use the states to control everything, because then you can use the advantage of the button set. If you don't know what it does, only one object in the group of the set, can be selected at a time. So like this, and then I click this one, and it closes automatically, changes the state, the triggers to move execute, and that's how easily you can get this interaction. But of course, let's make it more complicated. If I want to click on the horse to close it, I can't, because once an object is selected inside the set, it's selected until the next object is selected. So I cannot just click on it and it will go up back to the normal state. So what we have to do is remove the button set and do this part manually. So I'll remove the button set. So button set none. And now, you know, if you have ever done this manually, maybe before you knew about button sets, maybe you would say when this is clicked, turn this to normal or something like that. But that would require 2 triggers for, you know, this button set to function basically. But we can reverse this in the other direction. So we can say, when does this trigger, when does this object have to be normal? It has to be normal when any other is selected. So we're gonna do it like that. So we're gonna change the state of the horse, so the first one to normal, when state of 2 or 3, so at least one is selected. So just to repeat, this one will go to normal if any of the others are selected. And that's basically what the button set does. I'm gonna say OK, I'm gonna copy paste. And when you copy paste this, it goes a little bit weird, because now here is 2 and here is still 2, so you can't even delete it because it shouldn't be here. Storyline gets a bit confused, so you have to like partially confirm and then go back and add the 1. So 2, 1, 3. Then copy paste again, and we're gonna say 3 and delete 3 here, and go back and add the 2. So 3, 1, 2 to normal if the is selected. Okay, this should be it. We should be golden. Otherwise, I have to re-record this part, which is not great. So click, click. Okay, good. That's good. That's a good sign. Oh, who would have thunk? So this works great, but maybe we want a bit more detail here. Maybe we want the user to click on the red box and be able to open the drawer, not just this small part here, you know, because maybe the drawer is even totally hidden or just a small part is sticking out, but you want a nice user experience. So the great thing is here with my solution, you don't need any extra triggers. All you have to do is put both objects in a group, and group behaves sort of as a single object in a way in terms of changing the states. So even if the user clicks on the red box here, the orange one will get selected, even though the red one doesn't have the selected state, but it has been clicked. So the whole group, all the objects in the group are going to be changed to selected state because the whole group was clicked, even though the red box was clicked. So I click and clicked here, you know, click here, click there, click anywhere, you know, it still works. You can even click again, you know. The red one doesn't have the selected state, but it's in a group, which causes the orange one to keep changing the states. So to quickly recap, I think it's advantageous to use the button sets so you can, you know, use the functionality. You have the states. Also, if you use the states, maybe you can, you know, maybe the color changes, maybe the border gets bigger, maybe there's some shadow effect going on. So that's my approach when using motion paths, you know, to select objects and when they move and stuff like that. So I usually go with states like you have seen in this video. Alright, thank you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.